afternoon. For today, I was really pleased with the way we practiced, the way the Panthers practiced. Thought we got productive work in is what we set out to do on both sides. Everybody's cooperative, working together, and we were able to get out of it what we expected, right? A chance to go against different schemes, different players, and it was really good work for us, offensively and defensively. Special teams were able to get some work as well. So all three phases, we got better today. We improved, and that's what you set out to do, joint practice, to improve and get better, and that's what we did today. So thankful to Dave and his team for coming down, working out here in Houston today.
Coach, how important it is for you guys to have a good, clean practice? Nobody was on the ground too much.
Yep.
Everybody was able to walk away, still be able to come out with some blessings.
I expect every practice to be that way. Clean, work as professionals. That's what we are. This is our job as professional football players. We got to work in a manner accordingly, staying off the ground, staying up, protecting each other. All right, we know the effort it takes to stay up is pretty hard, and it takes real athletes to do that. And, these guys did a tremendous job of that today, and now we get a chance on Saturday to go cut it loose and play real football. But I thought our guys worked really well today together.
What are you seeing from the receivers, specifically Berrios, Mechie, and Watson?
For the receivers, all three of those guys you mentioned, Berrios, Watson, Mechie, all just competitive at the catch point. Each guy showing up and made plays. Pick a day. One of those guys is showing up, making plays, and it's really a lot of great competition there amongst all those guys.
Still saying names, it seems like Hutchinson is taking advantage of his opportunities. What have you seen first time you all got them?
Yeah, Hutchinson, first year till now, he's just gotten better every year. He's shown what it looks like when you put the work in and you're really deliberate about getting better and you want to get better at your craft, you can do that. That's what that's what he represents. That's what he's done, and credit to him for putting the work in, not only here, but putting the work in while he's away, while no one's around. He's working all the time, and it's a credit to him, and it shows up, and now he's in a really good spot to help our team.
Domingo, could you explain the value and the difference that you talked about, the difference of going up against a different scheme, different coaches? What's the value of that for your team?
Yeah, for us, schematically, when you're in training camp, especially for us at week 3, right, we've going against offense, defense guys. They know the snap count. They know the plays they're going to see. They know the formations, and it kind of get monotonous after that third week. So to break it up, right, it helps us because Carolina, they do a lot more under defense, which our defense doesn't run much. So our offensive line get a chance to make calls and checks versus different schemes up front. They get to see different pressures, right? How are we going to pick this pressure up? And they aren't scouted looks. Like, we're not game planning the Panthers, so unscouted looks. Let's see if our rules and the things we teach from OTAs through training camp on a day-to-day basis, can you show up and can you execute just your fundamentals and techniques without having a game plan against someone? And that's the beauty of it, right? You don't know what's coming, you don't know what to expect, but can you just play within your rules, trust your technique, trust the guys around you?
Is there a point where y'all kind of intensify the process of picking 53 guys? I know we talk about it a lot, but is there how hard is it this year compared to years past? Seems like there's a little more depth, but is there a point where you and Nick say, okay, this is our first version, second, third? What's the process like?
For me, I honestly am not thinking about the 53. Just thinking about guys getting better. And that process, when it comes for us to select 53 guys, after our third preseason game, we'll tackle that process when it gets there. But right now, what I love about our team, we got a ton of competitive dudes all across the board on our team. And I would love to keep all these guys around because, it just means a lot to me because knowing all the work, the sacrifice they put in, right, to make this team and to make themselves better, and I don't take that lightly. So that process will happen. It's always a tough process to dwindle it down to 53 guys when there's always more than 53 guys who are deserving of making the team.
D'Amico has been getting a lot more reps with the ones. What have you seen from him since really stepping into that role in the right arm spot?
Ed's continued to improve, just his pass rush, just being under control, like playing better base, playing with his hands better, picking up the stunts in games better. Just I like how he's progressed. I think Cole has done a really good job with Ed, and he's done a great job. So I expect him to just continue to improve, and we'll see where we end up.
Coach, with the running back room kind of been in flux over the last couple of weeks, how impressed have you been with guys like Wale and even Chubb, who's a veteran, kind of fluxing in and just filling in those positions through camp, and then obviously what the position will probably look like?
Well, we have a really deep running back room. Dare is going back to the game last week versus Minnesota. Dare definitely popped, making some nice runs there. We got a lot of young guys there as well. I want to see them get some reps this week and see how they handle the football. But overall, the room is competitive. It's a deep room. Got guys with experience, got young guys, and Coach Bear has done a good job of just molding that group the proper way.
And then lastly, obviously, the last open practice, obviously, of the season. This last time you'll be able to see the fans. The fans will see the team before Saturday. How excited are you guys just to be back in front of the fans on Saturday and just be in that environment, knowing it'll be the last time before the Monday night game week?
This will be a really, really cool environment for us to get in front of our fans here at NRG on Saturday, actually to play a game. So it's be an exciting time. We're excited to see our fans come out and support us in the games. They've been out here every open practice we've had. We're thankful for the way our fans show up. And it's not just at 9 o'clock when we kick practice off. I'm coming in at 5 a.m. and I see lines of people out here ready, waiting to come here and watch guys practice. So we are, incredibly grateful to our fans for the sacrifice and the time that they make and the effort they put into being able to come out here early, getting here earlier than some of the coaches. They're out here ready to go. And just shows how excited everyone is about Texans football, right? And we're just as excited as our fans are. We're excited too. So thankful for all the support.
From an evaluation standpoint, when you win, you got a game Saturday on the same bunch. But then you go back and look at the coaches' tape from the day. Does the mindset change? The evaluation process way a little bit more because of the practice, the nuances of seeing practice as opposed in the game situation, or does it balance the same way?
As we compare, great question. As we compare today's practice, the joint versus Carolina, as opposed to the game, what I'm looking for, we go in today, there'll be mistakes, there'll be corrections that need to be made. And now, can you see a guy make that jump and make the corrections he needs to make on Saturday as he play in the game? So when we evaluate the game, say, man, if this happened 2 times, did the guy progress? Did he get better with the looks that he was given? And for the most part, throughout camp, I've seen guys, do that. And the good ones, you want to be a pro football player, you got to be able to, not make the same mistakes over and over again, but make new mistakes. And that's what we'll like to see from our guys.
You always talk about when the lights come on.
Yeah.
All right, lights on, say the lights, Saturday is the lights coming on. Does that, how do you look at it from that standpoint that if the guy that had a good practice with, say, today, and the lights come on and he sort of look like a being headlights?
You'll see that a lot at times when guys get in games. You see guys who can rise up and make the plays that they've been making at practice, and sometimes you see guys who they're able to just show up on practice, right? So there's a difference there, and the good ones will separate themselves. It's not a lot of – it won't be hard for coaches to deem who separates themselves. Guys will show up on game day, they'll separate themselves because now you get a chance to see guys truly cut it loose and finish. I know they're tired of me barking, hey, stay up, protect each other. Now you get a chance to cut it loose, and we'll see who can actually cut it loose.
One more. What do you make of the way that you guys covered today? And it's a lot of the first time that a lot of these guys in the secondary have seen the different ones so far.
I did not see the defense. I saw one defensive play today. And you know what I saw? I saw Derek Stingley back to try to throw a back shoulder. I saw Derek Stingley pick it off and go to the house. So if they cover like that all day, it was a great day.
I can tell you, MJ Stewart had a couple of pass breakups too. I was just curious, given the C.J. Gardner-Johnson injury, like what is it about MJ that you guys like as the next man up and then kind of filling that role, and what do you kind of expect out of him?
For MJ, man, what I love about MJ is not on the field, but off the field. When we're in the meeting room, MJ is the guy who's asking questions, like keeping the meetings going, like making sure we got a lot of back and forth banter going on in the meetings, like because he asks great questions, right? Challenging coaches, like why are we doing it this way? Why wouldn't we do it there? Or try this. So I love that when players speak up in meetings, and that's what MJ does, sets himself apart. And from that, bringing it onto the field, he's a great communicator. When he lines up, he does a great job of making sure everybody's on the same page, and that's so important for me and how we run our defense from the safety position. If you can't talk, you can't communicate to get everybody on the same page, then I really don't want you out there, right? Because everybody's counting on you to make the right check. So MJ does that. Great communicator, not only defense, but also special teams. He's our personal protector. Takes a lot of communication there. So as a veteran guy who's showing up consistently year after year, carving out a role for himself just because he's a smart player, plays hard, plays physical, and also does a great job communicating.
All right, thank you.
All right, appreciate it,
Thank
guys.
you, Coach.
Yep.
Like one sing the Alabama alumni song out there, Mr. Rice, Henry, and all of y'all got out there together. Did y'all start having flashback being back at Alabama?
Yeah, man, I was just telling Bryce how much I miss playing with him, man, and just miss seeing his face every day, man. It just brought back so many memories. We was in the thick of it together, man, in Alabama, man. Him on offense, me on defense, so it was really good catching up with him. I'm super proud of him, man. I know he's going to do great things this year, man. They're looking good, and he's really commanding it over there, and I'm happy for him.
Do you feel it's important for you to play in preseason at this point?
Yeah, most definitely. It's all about getting better. It's all about competition and competing and really just getting your body primed for the season. And what not better way to go out and just have fun with your teammates.
What's the value of this joint practice? You were just talking to D'Amico about going up against different schemes.
Yeah.
Just from your standpoint, from your vantage point, what was the value in this experience?
Yeah, it was good value. It was just to see something different early on before we get to the season, to see different looks, to see different schemes, go against different guys, just to see what different teams on how different teams are going to attack us. And I think it just gives us a good, clear picture of how we're going to be attacked this year on defense. You know, some of the different looks we're going to get, some of the different runs we're going to get. So I think it's very important for days like this.
You got to go up against him throughout his time in Alabama.
Yeah.
Today, what have you noticed with Bryce's maturity from the
Same. He's still the same guy, man. He's very calm, great composure, can maneuver around the pocket, can get out the pocket, make deep throws down the field while escaping the pocket, man. I mean, he's the whole package. He has everything, man, and that's why he's the #1 overall pick. He's really good, and it's just good seeing him do his thing out there. I'm happy for him.
What did you make of the way that the defense performed today with a lot of your
Yeah, we got to get better. We have to get better. We had some good things that we had done. Got to be a little bit more disciplined, man. Like I said, this is a really good chance to see where we are defensively, just to go against somebody new. And we just got to keep stacking days, keep leveling it up, and taking it each day by each day, man. And I think it just comes down to executing the right way and everybody being on the same page.
What's your confidence level in the defense? Does a day like today change it at all?
Today you have days like this in camp. This is what you get. This is what primes you to get ready for the season. These are the type of days that you have to go through in order to be great and to have great defense, man. You have to go through dog days like this when it's hot outside, when you grinding, plays back to back, all that type of stuff. That's what gets you ready for the season. So I'm really glad that we got a chance to come out here and do this today.
To that end, guys aren't going to see the fans a whole lot more following this week. You have today, you have the Saturday.
Can you
home
repeat?
game.
My bad, I couldn't say it.
No, I was going to say, you don't have that many opportunities to be in front of the fans. You have your last full joint practice today,
Yeah.
and then you have Saturday home game, and then you don't see the fans again until week 2 Monday night.
Yeah.
3 weeks. How is it an opportunity to be around the fans again? How exciting is it to be in front of them at least on Saturday?
Yeah, man, it's always a good time to see the fans, man. They give us so much energy, man. The energy that they bring here, it just makes us want to go a little bit harder. And we're very appreciative from just sacrificing their time to come out here and watch us, do what we love. And they get to see some action, man, get to see a little preview of what the season's going to look like. So a huge shout out to the fans for coming as always.
What is the dynamic like with you and Rankins now? Like, has it changed at all where maybe you have a little more confidence to kind of tell him something that you're seeing?
Yeah, most definitely.
Kind of took you under his wing at the beginning. What's the dynamic like now?
Yeah, the dynamic is totally different now. I'm more mature now. I can see things better, and he's open to listening. He knows me now. He knows how much I've grown. He's seen how much I've grown. So at first it was just, we'll do this, look at this. Now it's like, hey, Rank, I see this. If I see this, Rank, I'm finna take this, or Rank, I'm finna do this, that, and third. And our relationship has just gotten stronger, man. Even before when I was a rookie, man, just understanding ball more has helped us connect more, and it's been great.
When you think about the 2023 draft class, how it coincided with the rise, and of course some stuff happened before, but how that coincided with the rise of the Texans, what do you think about it? What are you most grateful for?
What's your
I
question?
mean, like, what do you think about how you, CJ, and the rest of the 2023 draft class helped?
Oh, yeah, man. I think it's just a culture thing, man. I think we were all at winning programs. We know how to win. We know what it takes to have a good program, man. But ultimately, I think it's the whole organization as a whole, just not our class, the coaches upstairs, the people they brought in, all made a big benefit of changing the culture around here. And that's one thing I can say is that over the years, it keeps changing, but it keeps growing and getting better. Yeah, man, he's elusive. He's bendy. He can rush. Very powerful when he uses his powerful, man. But he just brings a different style of rush that we like to call attack, man. He's going to take you on the edge. He's going to come back, spin inside, all those different type of things, man. So he has a great pass rush repertoire, man. I can't wait to see him ball out on Sundays or whenever we play.
If like hypothetically speaking, you and Daniil are on the same side, what kind of challenges that present? Does that change your rush at all? Like having him on the same side?
No, not at all. I think we been on the same side. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to get the slide. 9 times out of 10 teams are going to slide to us. But, man, it's fun. Rushing with Daniil, man, he's so elusive. He can make so many things happen, man. So I just play off of him. When he ever sees the side, Daniil, you go do your thing, and I just play off you.
All good?
Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good one.
It was good. I thought we, it was good to see another scheme, another team, and thought we did well. Moved the ball up and down the field, score in the red zone. Made some mistakes, but cleaned it up and had a good 2-minute drive to finish. So I thought it was good.
I think last year, Bryce was talking about when y'all played A, he's asking about together. You were like Michael Porter Jr. He was like, hey, Garland, what were those 82 days like?
Yeah, it was competitive, man. Like we used to always play. Like he played for the City Stars, I think. And I played for Illinois Force. He played for a couple teams. He's a team hopper. Yeah, he was always like the quick point guard. I was kind of like a shooter. So yeah, it was always fun. It's still competitive now. So we've always been competitive, even when we hoop in off season.
How would you assess how the guys up front played today?
So they did really good. I thought Nick did a good job of moving the pocket and switching up quick game to intermediate to deep to good play action. We ran the ball well. So it's not just about just dropping back 4 or 5 straight times. You got to help those guys out. And every D line is really good and our O line is really good. They can hold up, and we just got to help them out some. And I think we did that good. But I thought they did great today.
Nico and Nick have talked about deciding whether Kaylee's going to call plays up top or on the sidelines. Do you have a preference on that?
No, I don't mind. It's not really a big deal to me. It's whatever he's comfortable with.
So today, took a hit, caught the ball like he always does. What do you see from him this game?
Yeah. Yeah, he looks comfortable, man. He looks like he's finding his own, his own swag in the league. I think he looks great, man. He's not falling on the ground every play. He's staying up. He's running great routes, catching the ball, getting yak, reliable, knows all the plays, blocks well. He's coming into a really, really great vet, and I think he's been great. I think Kels is using him a lot, and, he's like a Swiss Army knife. You got him, F, Z, and X. He moves around, and he's getting confidence. I think that's one thing that I can see him playing with from, that last game we played last year to, this camp was that confidence is stuck.
Knowing the historical connection that you and Bryce are going to have for so many years because of you going 1 and 2 together, how cool is it just to be able to share the practice with him again, and then with the chance of you playing on Saturday, how cool is it for both of you guys to get the opportunity to just exchange words and be able to compete against each other again?
It's normal. I see him all the time. That's my brother. Like, they don't really make it a big deal. I think that's for y'all, but for us, it's just seeing a friend, seeing a brother, hoping they do well, hoping, I know he hopes I do well. I hope he does well. It's pretty normal. We see each other all the time in the off season, and his parents are friends with my mom, and it's been great. So we just really built a brotherhood. So it's just normal to me. I'm pretty sure it's the same for him, but it's all love.
We saw Christian Kirk catch that contested ball in the end zone. Describe that moment and then just what it's like having a guy that's as reliable as Kirk has been throughout your career.
Yeah, I try to look at those moments as real life games, and minute 20 to win the game, we needed a touchdown or to tie it, and I thought we moved the ball really well and scrambled on that last play. Knew how to get it out of my hand fast because we were less on time, couldn't take a sack. So just seeing him in the back of the end zone, he made a heck of a catch, contested catch. You celebrate, you have fun after that, and I think those type of scenarios help. So when the moments come, kind of used to them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he's been great, man. He's approached the game like a real vet, run great routes, very reliable, very smart, very fast, quick, and I think he's done great in his offense. He's teaching the young guys a lot. I think he's great for Jay Noel, Hig, even guys like Hutch. He teaches basically our whole room, and I think he's been great. So I'm excited to work with him this year. Just build rhythm, just build that rhythm to where, we're clicking as an offense, clicking as a defense, clicking as special teams, playing as the Texans. I feel like it's a lot of back and forth right now in camp. We're kind of like enemies through practice, and then cool right after. It'd be nice just to be teammates like, it was against the Vikings and, just like it'll be in the season. So I'm excited for that, and I think, just building that rhythm will be good on Saturday.
When asked about you, Bryce said you respected, what he respected the most about you is that you all ups and downs, you were the same person. What do you respect the most about Bryce?
I would say very similar. He's very even keel, very to himself. And I think for him, I've seen a dog come out of him that he has that a lot of people haven't seen, But, I know he dealt with some frustrations. And I think, the God we serve, I think it's good that we go through these ups and downs to, like, refocus you back on what's important. I think he had that, and I had it last year as well. And I think he bounced back like, he should. And we all know he can. He's a heck of a player, one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. And I just think, he needs some help around him too, So, but I'm just really proud of that guy. And just the same way he said about me, through every ups and down, every valley and peak, like, he stayed the same guy, stayed loyal, and stayed a friend and a brother. So I'm very appreciative of him.
Being drafted where you are, Bryce too, altered the course of where you all went, for good. When you think about what you've done over your career and Bryce too, what are you most proud of?
That's a good question. I would say just proud of, just being the one God has called to these moments, because he could have picked anybody, and even though, like, for me, I feel like I'm unqualified, but God doesn't call qualified, he qualifies the unqualified to give testimonies and to bring people to him. So I think me and Bryce are, like, perfect to that, like, him being a small stature guy who guys didn't like because he was small, me dealing with my childhood and some things that I had to go through, and and we're not perfect people. We serve a perfect God, but the ups and downs, I don't think our faith is wavered, and I think it's made our faith stronger. And I think that's most important. So I would say that's probably the most proud thing that I can say about me and him is, like, our faith has become stronger through this sport, through this game. Even though it doesn't mean everything, it means something to a lot of people, and it means something to us too. But it's a vessel now that we're using to glorify God, hopefully, and that's most important. Yeah, I talked to him. It's never easy. It's something that you never want to see. I think the guys kind of handled it the best we could. It's just it's unfortunate, man. I love that guy. I seen him work his tail off to come back, and was having a heck of a camp. And it's just unfortunate, man. I'm praying for him every day, and I hope that he just leans on us right now. I know he needs it. So y'all just keep him in your prayers, and keep his spirits up, and I think he'll bounce back from this, man. He's a tough guy. When he was in the locker room after, he was like, man, I'm attacking this head on. And this is like an hour right after he's attacking it. He's just kept reminding himself how he's going to attack it. So I just like to have that type of heart, in that moment. I thought it was dope. So I'm just really, like, and sad about it. But, got to deal with it and move on. And, I can't wait to play with him again in the future.
Two more, y'all. Christine and DJ.
CJ, when you and Bryce were little kids, did y'all talk about being in this position? I'm sure you dreamed about it, but did you really talk about it? And if so, how is it surreal to have it come full circle and be in this moment?
Not really. We were just kids, man. I think that's the cool part. Like, I think we were just two kids trying to just play good for our selective teams and our selective areas in California. So I think that's the cool part. I think, like, when you focus on, like, the NFL or the NBA, or, like, it's hard to do because there's so many people trying that. But, like, me and him, I felt like our process was just getting better. So I think that was our mindset. So it's cool, like, to be in these moments. It's not what it seems. It's hard, but it's also a blessing. So you got to just accept the good and the bad. And I think as time has gone on, we've been able to be better at that. So.
Two-part question. Obviously, a decade ago, you and Bryce kind of played against each other in that Little League game, still with Ramona versus the IU Ducks. What do you remember about that game, and how cool is it to see where you guys have gone since that game?
We got our tails kicked. I remember that. We got whooped. Bryce threw for like 400 yards. I had to play corner because our corners kept getting hurt. Yeah, it was a bad day. There were a lot of raining. They whooped our tail. So not a good day for your boy, but a great day for Bryce. But I'm a competitor, man. Like, he know I don't like that. He beat me my rookie year. Still don't like that. So I'm always trying to win. I think that's him too. So there's nothing wrong with that. You can always be cool off the field, but we cross those lines. We're competitive. We want to do well and see our teams win. So hopefully we get to match up next year or something, or maybe in the Super Bowl or something. I don't know. Don't put that on ESPN. I know how y'all do. But however it works, man. I wish my brother well, though.
How many of those 400 yards were on you when you were playing corner?
I'm sorry?
How many of those yards were on you?
Oh, you got jokes. All right. 0. I'm in the run fit.
Thank you, CJ. Thank you, CJ.